Investfest happened. I don't even know why I don't follow this page. Let me follow Investfest. So there was a lot that happened this weekend. And I've seen some good, I've seen some bad, right? If you've been on the internet, on social media, and you've been seeing stuff about Investfest in the chat, let me know what have they been saying, right? Because it's interesting how people will give their opinion, good or bad, very quickly, right? So I want to break down everything. And then, of course, I'm speaking from a content creator, introvert kind of vibes, okay? So my perspective is going to be a little bit different than maybe, let's say, the targeted market, okay? Because if we understand who the target market was for Investfest, it was for aspiring entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs who are trying to get to the next level, especially trying to become financially free, that whole nine. Now, if y'all remember when we talked about VCon and just events like this, the fact that people are a little bit disgruntled about the information confuses me, right? Confuses me. So let's look at this lineup real quick. So they had 50 Cent, they had Shannon Sharp, Steve Harvey, T.I., they had 19 Keys, Pinky Cole, Van Jones, who I met, it was pretty cool, right? They had Jim Jones, they had Terrence J, they had all of Marathon. You know we're going to talk about that. Will I Am, Daymond John, and a whole bunch of people, right? You see, there's a whole bunch of people. So, how do I want to start this? So my colleagues from Vegas was there. They said it was fire. Come on. Some good, some negative, but the negative from people who weren't there. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Okay? I only saw great photos and clips. Good. No cap, it didn't seem as hype as the last year. What was the real ROI of going to Investfest? Some people were upset because they weren't able to get into some of the rooms. I saw that. So actually, let's get into that one real quick. Because if you go into Twitter, right, or X, this popped up. So let's watch this real quick.
Y'all, I am so over what is happening at Black conventions. And I hate that I'm saying that. Like, I actually hate that. After work, I went straight to an Investfest after being in traffic for a billion years, but I was still early and on time to get into an investment workshop with Fidelity. I get there, people are already in there, and they're like, oh, miss, you can't come in because we're at max capacity. But you can scan this QR code and you'll get a recording in 2 weeks. And y'all, this reminded me of Afrotech with Issa Rae. Early, on time, we all paid the same amount of money, but, oh, we're at max capacity. Why does everything feel like the club? Like, why is everything the club? Why? If you have thousands of people who paid for a ticket, why is the room like 100-seater? Like, that doesn't make sense. Y'all brag about how many people purchase tickets, but you have small event spaces to where if you aren't the first person in line, like, what the heck? I'm just over it. I feel like if we are paying for tickets, there should be an ease, like, okay, wow, I have a seat. You know, I can understand if you were 45 minutes late, I guess, even though like things happen, but I don't understand being early / on time and not being admitted to have a seat at these expensive conferences.
So we kind of get the point with this one, right? And even shout out to Kat. Kat was like, yo, this is a valid stance. Okay. Now, from a person who was there, let's keep it a buck. There is the main stage, and then there are some workshops that is happening at the same time down at the AOL stage, I think it was called. That was like a little bit smaller, right? And so she's probably talking about that. What sucks about content like this is that it doesn't give the full context. It just makes it seem as if, okay, that's the whole situation, where, yes, there's going to be some workshops that are going to be an overflow. But there was not an overflow of that main stage where all the big names people were. Now, we can have this honest conversation. Where was the real information? And it was probably in those smaller stages, because those are the real entrepreneurs, real panelists that was doing something. Not saying that celebrities weren't. However, I will say, and we've had this conversation before, where we never should look at the talent, like the big celebrity influencer type vibes, for the step-by-step information. And what I was seeing online a lot was, I paid, because the prices, and let me see if I can pull up the prices. I don't know if they still have it up, right? It said, Mr. Made Difference said she was talking about Friday when they had smaller workshops. They had smaller workshops also pretty much all weekend. It's just that we were so involved with the main stage. But yeah, Friday makes more sense. Friday makes more sense. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I think they still have, which I don't know why they would still have the tickets up. So if we look at prices, so this, okay, they don't have it anymore. Okay. But I think if we Google, so it was 300. So it was like 300 up to 10,000. If you see it right here, 300 up to 10,000. And now 10,000 is for lifetime. I don't want y'all to think, oh my God, it was $10,000 to get in the building. No, that's like you get lifetime access to it. So you have the 300, which was to get you in the building, and 1,000, like not 1,000, up to 10,000. I think VIP was about 5,000, that whole nine. Now, a lot of people were complaining about the prices. Now I understand that we're kind of in an inflation, right? But if we go back and look at the names, we can't expect, this is talking from a person who's been to many events and that whole nine. We can't expect $97 tickets for some of the names that was on there. Let's just keep it a buck. If you have 50 Cent, Lauren London, Shannon Sharp, Steve Harvey, T.I., Stephen A. Smith, Daymond John, Monica, like just some of these names, it's impossible to say $100 just to get in the room. Now we have to be honest, right? And shout out to those people who are in the chat, like, yo, that's normal conference pricing, right? $5,000 for premium VIP. It was $250, went up to $300. Yeah, because you had early bird situation, right? $10K for lifetime is solid. And in the chat, listen, if you think those prices were crazy, be honest. Nicky, those prices were disgusting. Let's keep it a buck. For me, I get it. But we also have to go into these conferences and events with intentions. We have to go in there with intentions. We have to be realistic. What I did put on Threads, and I'll show you what I put out on Threads, because I did put something that I wasn't a fan of. Okay? And I'll show you. So it said, shout out to my mom. My mom was like, wow, that's an impressive lineup. And it was. It was. Even at, oh wait, Bree said something. Hold on. You're right about it, Nicky. Even at educational and business conferences. Yep. 300 is not crazy at all. It's not. Agree. You have to pay for having those celebrities on the panel. That's a fact. That's just where we're at. That's where we're at. But I did say this. I said, can we be honest about Investfest? The vendor marketplace this year was extra aggressive. It felt like they attracted all the hustlers this time. I'm not mad at it. But after a while, it got a bit uncomfortable. Okay? Got 14.2K views. A lot of people 116 comments. A lot of people were commenting on this. Now, this is no shade to Investfest as a whole. Understand, I'm talking from the perspective of content creator, an introvert, and a person who's been, this is my third Investfest, okay? They've been doing this for 4 years. This is my third one, okay? So I missed the first one, but I've been to each one. So I've seen how pretty much the marketplace has been. I was a vendor for the last one. Now, in the comments, I will say they have some valid points, right? Some people were talking about the inflation. Like, yo, for one, I know how much the vendor booths were last year and how much they are this year. Prices went up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay? And which I'm not mad at. And so I'm not mad at the aggression. My whole thing is, it was a bit uncomfortable for me. That's just my honest opinion, right? It's the same. This is my third time. It seemed I couldn't get through about 3 rows, right? 3 rows, and it was too much for me because they were at it. They were like, yo, come here. I'm from Queens. And for anybody who is familiar with my side of Queens, where we got Roosevelt Ave, and they give out flyers left and right, and they will not leave you alone until you take a flyer. Now, this gotten better, right? But they were at it. That's exactly how it felt. Now, let's have an honest opinion. Earn Your Leisure's from New York. They have that kind of hustler vibe. Who they promote are a whole bunch of people with that hustler vibe. I'm not saying they're hustlers. I'm just saying they have that vibe. So they're going to attract a whole bunch of people, right? A whole bunch of people that are on that same situation. I'm just saying this year, it felt like that's all they attracted and they were at it. Now, I'm not saying all vendors, but I'm going to say a good amount. Okay? A good amount. Is that you had to smile and keep walking. Maybe because you are well known, not too many people stop me. Nah, because, okay, I see what you're trying to do there. I see what you're trying to, which, don't say that. I'm not well known like that. Don't do that. However, half of the people really didn't know me, okay? Which, now I'm not saying you got to know me. That's not what I'm saying. But half of the vendors did not know me, and they were at it. Yo, come here. Boom, 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 boom. Like, and just showing, right? And they were genuinely trying to just get the sale. What I did not want to do was tap into my New York side and just keep it moving. That's what I did not want to tap into. But they were active, okay? They were mad active. Canal Street, facts. Okay? So if we look at, now here was a really good perspective. This was a really good perspective that I liked. It said, I did the virtual this year, and honestly, I felt like the networking was much better. I connected with tons of people virtually at one time, whereas in person, I would have taken a lot more leg room to meet the same amount of people. Plus, I believe that people were more eager to connect because they were virtual. I really like this perspective because, and here's a hack. Here's a hack that I use. So when I'm in this conference, right, I was there live, but I also bought the live stream because I wanted to walk around, but I didn't want to miss what was happening in the main stage, right? So I had the live stream, but I was walking around for the few parts that I was walking around because, like I said, it was a lot for me. And you could see in the chat, they were active. They were super active, super engaged, connecting with a lot of people. So I like the culture that Earn Your Leisure has created, even from a virtual standpoint. The importance of, hey, I'm not there, but I'm still going to connect. Because actually the virtual prices were really cheap. I think they were like 97 and then 147 for the replays. So I'm not mad at that, right? Kay's Island said, if I paid high rate to be in the building, I would want to make sure it was worth it. A lot of people just walk past the tables. That's fair. That's fair. Yes, you're the GOAT. Whatever. But I hear you. Seems like they didn't want to go home with a lot of merch. No, I get it. I had my wife and baby with me, so I didn't feel no pressure. A cameraman got us though. Maybe I should do virtual in 2025. That's smart, Nicky. Yeah, no. That if anybody, I'm telling you, if anybody is trying to go to these events and not miss some of the information, but still want to network and still wants to see what's happening, I suggest you get the live stream if they provide that, right? And their live stream was on point. There was no delays. You heard exactly as it was going on. So shout out to them with the live stream and everything. Now let's talk about, hold on. We got more. It says, it seemed to be less people shopping in the vendor marketplace. So maybe some booths were aggressive because they're starving for real. Think about the money some of them spent home and went home. No, listen, that's a fact. The life of Sai, I think that's how you say Sai, but it's my third year event. No, you are correct. The prices went up, travel, inventory, I fully understand it. I fully understand it. I'm not mad at it. They went a little bit bigger. Some of the booths looked like they went all out. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. It was just too uncomfortable for me. It was definitely different than last year and the year before that. And I would love your perspective on last year's and the year before that and how it felt. Okay? I will say that. Now let me get to the actual like the main people, right? Because here's the thing. They had some heavy hitters. They had all of the marathon. Shout out to Lauren London. Shout out to Black Sam, right? They had 50 Cent. And for those people who were there, like I said, if you were in Investfest, say me, right? If you were Investfest, say me. I was expecting, let me look at y'all. I was expecting 50 Cent to speak about Puffy a little bit more because we know how petty he is. He only mentioned him twice. And what he was saying was really, really good. The reason why he went to Louisiana to do G Unit Studios, him being mentored by Steve Harvey, his journey with Power, Vitamin Water, that was really good. So I believe that with 50, like the headliner, the interview was really good. So shout out to Troy and Rashad for that one because that was really good. Hold on, let me acknowledge y'all in the chat real quick. You gave me some great advice connecting with people. What's up, Trey? I see you. Kay Island said, yo, me, did you have a booth this year? Maybe that made a difference. No, I didn't have a booth this year, but I don't think that makes a difference because I was walking around all 3 years. So, to me, last year was more aggressive and there were more people stopping me. Okay, for those people, here's a good question because I really want y'all take. If y'all were there last year, for those people who were there last year, does it seem like there was more people last year than this year, or were there more people this year than last year? I want to hear y'all opinions on this because I feel like maybe they were spread out that I didn't necessarily see everybody, but that's just me. I would have loved to meet Don Peoples. Yeah, that was a good one too. But okay, I think I got everybody in the chat. But back to the 50 Cent one. Like, so check this out. Oh, I got this muted. Hold up. Boo, 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 boo. I'm mute. Let me start that again.
One of the unwritten laws of businesses appear not to need anything. It's everybody will do you a favor when you don't need one. If they can expect a bigger favor in return or a favor from you at some later point, they'll find the ability to just do it. Yeah, no problem. That's why when they tell me no, I go, the television said they're on strike. I said, okay, I'm on tour. Right? That last tour I did, 103 shows. It's the third highest grossing hip hop tour
ever. Keyword ever.
One of the unwritten laws.
So, okay, let's get into a content lesson real quick. Can we do that? Say yes if we could get that. But I like how they use both high production, video, and then user-generated content. Okay? So first, excuse me. First, shout out to the media team. Shout out to my guy, Julian, Courtney, Jeff, all of that team. They killed these clips. Okay, so clips like this.
Asking me, how do I know if a stock is going to be a surefire hit? On the institutional side, whatever BlackRock and Vanguard says, shout out to BlackRock, is law. The companies they invest in are law, right? But you have to make sure that they're number 1 or 2 in their industry. But if you want to know which companies are going to be amazing in the future, go to Angel List and Y Combinator. They will tell you the companies of the future that are going to dominate.
They were putting out content in real time. Okay? In real time. Dude just got off stage. There was a clip already there. Okay? So, like I said, I love the pictures that was there. I love the high production content like we just saw that was shot on a video, on a camera. And then I love just the user generated content like we saw with 50. I love the phone.
Can we just give him a bag? 50 cents. Can I get a picture of
This is wild.
16-year-old.
See, they're gonna blame you.
That's wild. That can never be me. That could never be me. Not for no selfie. It can never be me. And then at the end, me getting pushed out? Sheesh. Couldn't be me. Could it be me? Hold on. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. I said this year seems like a low turnout. Okay. See more last year. Maybe more breakout sessions made it seem less people at one time. I ran into Don at the vendor marketplace. He gave invaluable feedback. That's for sure. Okay, hold up. Here we go. Shout out to Cynthia. Cynthia, why didn't I run into you? I don't know what happened. The format distributed the people throughout instead of everyone clamoring to get into one spot, which I think is a good move for crowd control. That's facts. Shout out to Janita for the super sticker. Come on. Shout out to the support right there. The same. Yeah, no, that could never be me. I promise you that. When I say it could never. Shout out to, and I know the person. Super amazing. I have one of her hoodies. But Lord, it can never be me. It can never. Anyways, back. Now, check out some of these recaps. These recaps are fire. Hold on.
This is black history. I said, this is bigger than black. This is black history, y'all.
Getting money, I can't get none with you. Investfest, it's all about collaboration. This is about us coming together.
Congo is the heart chakra of Africa, and everybody in this crowd right now today has a piece of Congo in their pocket.
We have to take control of our own money and have to demand something better.
I currently have 34 shows across 10 different networks.
The brother made some money. He think he a Republican now.
It's hard to become an entrepreneur, but for me it was hard to work a 9 to 5. You got to pick your hard.
65% of Forbes' wealthiest 1,000 people are self-made men and women, like the men and women in this room and on this couch.
God's got his hands on this. Nobody in the world has your fingerprint. You will be the first millionaire in your family.
Fire. Hold on, we got an interesting comment. I like this one. But as a vendor who has been very successful every year, come on, let's give praise to that. She said, I've been successful every single year. Mahogany and Friends is definitely a lot like a Canal Street. Let me put that back up. Canal Street vibes this year. Definitely not as many people as last year. Come on. Here goes. 2022 was 12K people. 2023 was like 20K. 2024, they kept saying it was 10K people. Okay. Do you think they'll release the interview of 50 Cent? Yeah, they will. But it'll probably be weeks out. If you paid attention to how they roll out, yeah. But the new layout was larger booths installations throughout the rows instead of around the edges. Was a great setup choice for them. Facts. Flawless. Yeah, the content that came out. Now, what I will say is someone mentioned that though about the content. So this is the good and the bad about doing really good content when it comes to events. Someone said, yo, I wish I wouldn't have paid for it all the bars are the best bars was online. All the best bars were online. So let's see how real that is. Let's see how real that is. So we got I was on for this one. So let's see what this one.
65% of lotto winners and athletes are bankrupt 3 years after leaving the league or winning the lotto.
Let's say that stat again. 65%
of athletes and lotto winners are bankrupt 3 years after either winning the lotto or leaving the league.
Break down to us why that happens.
They don't have financial intelligence. They have a lot of money, but they don't have financial intelligence. 65% of Forbes' wealthiest 1,000 people are self-made men and women like the men and women in this room and on this couch. Right? 65% of lotto winners.
All right, let's see another one. Shout out to Lauren London. We always.
I just want to say thank you to the city of Atlanta because I feel like Atlanta has adopted me and welcomed me with such open arms since I've done the movie. Also, I didn't have the expectations of what it would be. I didn't know how anyone was going to perceive it. I just knew that while we were doing it, it felt really special, and I was hoping that would convey, and that's how you know energy is everything.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like all the bars. Now this one.
All you need is 5 apps to take over the world. ChatGPT, everybody's talked about. To keep the other 4 in my mind, I have an acronym I call Mrs. G. MRSG. Mrs. G. Mid-Journey. Okay. Runway. Because some people you're writing. Suno. Gamma. Okay, ChatGPT, and then Mrs. G. Mid-Journey, Runway, Suno, Gamma. With those 5, whatever you are doing right now, you can do better.
Can I say something? We said that all on this channel. Okay, let's have this honest conversation about the AI stuff that they were talking about. Can we have that? Cynthia, you in the building? Cynthia, you in the building? Okay, can we have this honest conversation? So, there is a formula that I'm realizing about these big events. Well, I'll say with this event in particular, that I'm realizing that they did. When it comes to certain conversations, you got to have the big names to attract the people to come into the door, and then you have to have the real player that actually talks that talk, right? So if we talk about that AI conversation, they had Wyclef, they had Van Jones, and they had the real player, which was X. Let me show you X real quick, okay? And those people who were there, tell me if I'm lying, right? And this is for any topic. They had one or two players that would bring the people in that may not necessarily know that topic, but are in that topic. And then they got the real player who actually talks that talk. Now I get it. I absolutely understand it. Yo, we got to put butts in seats. So we got to have somebody who talks, who brings that celebrity situation. Okay, y'all feel me on this one. Y'all feel me on this one. It's like my thoughts exactly. You feel me? X is her for sure. Facts. And I met her this weekend. Super down to earth person. I need everybody to follow this individual. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to put this in the chat. Okay? He's like, that's a factual breakdown. Okay? So she's the reason why there is black and brown people in the images for AI, okay? Like, she's really about the legislations, the policies, the breakdown of this whole thing, okay? Super dope, super intelligent. Her story is amazing. So, no shade. Hear me out. No shade to celebrities. You're there to bring the people in. But there are people who are really doing the thing, and I'm so happy that they gave her flowers. I'm so happy that the celebrities that are in these particular topics give the flowers to those people who are actually doing the thing. Right? Audrey, what up? I see you. So, but I'm realizing that with these different panels of like, and it's such a smart formula. Such a smart formula to get people that they know the name of, because they may not know X unless you in this game with the AI stuff. Even some of the real estate stuff, some of the stock stuff, you may not know one of the names on the panel, but you're going to know a Will.i.am. You're going to know. Let's see who else they had on that joint. Hold on. Let's go. Let me go look at this lineup again. Here we go. You may know a Steve Stout. I don't even think Steve Stout was there though. I don't think Steve Stout was there. Come on, Audrey, with the super sticker. Come on. Appreciate those who are supporting the live. This keeps the channel up, so I appreciate y'all. You may know a Shannon Sharp. You may know, of course, a Steve Harvey. Like, they may be a little bit in the game of whatever topic they were put. But the real people who are doing this are probably in the bottom. You feel me? Probably in the bottom somewhere. So I want y'all to pay attention to that next time y'all go to an event or watch the virtual joint, of like, keep that in mind of like, okay, this brings the people in, but who's the real player, right? Who's the real situation? I see y'all there like, yeah, agreed. Yeah, she needed to be elevated. Yeah, a lot of those people should have been the situation. You know what I mean? Hair is growing and flowing. You better show out, Nick. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm still a fan of your segment from last year. Come on now. I will say that. Shout out to those people who stopped me like, yo, I'm still speaking about your stuff from last year. I'm with it. I mean, I was on the main stage. I can't knock it. You know what I mean? I can't knock it. This event was good networking event. You have to talk to everybody and really lock in. Cool. That's true. Now, going back, let's see what else. Shout out to the influencer attorney. I see you in the building. Now let's see what else Lovely X is showing. This was dope. They showed Nip's family. Let's play that real quick.
All you guys are amazing, and all you guys have a bright future. We could only pick one. It was a very tough decision.
We wanted something that really represented the entrepreneurial journey. We wanted to see somebody who could it impact the most, right? Like what this 100,000 could do to their business.
One person kind of stuck out to me the most, like who could take this 100K and really
charge up and take off the most.
The winner of our 2024 business grant in honor of Nipsey Hussle and our partners with Microsoft, the Hussle Foundation is Divine Luminance.
Thank you. Y'all believed in me. Y'all believed in us. And my husband, he's going to be so happy.
So let's talk about this moment. Let's talk about this moment, okay? So, So for those who don't know, they gave out $100K, okay, $100,000 to a small business, all right? Now, I was on their live earlier, right? And I tried their product and everything like that. We're going to talk about it. Let me see if I can find, let me get them. I think it's like Divine. Hold on. Let's talk about them. If they in the building or somebody send it to them. So right here, Black woman entrepreneur wins $100K in Atlanta, then immediately motivates the youth, right? I don't care, and let me do full screen for this one. I don't care what anybody says about EYL, about Investfest. This right here, this giving a small business the opportunity for $100K, let alone, and y'all know I love Nip, right? Let alone coming from the Nipsey Foundation. I don't care what y'all say. That is a huge situation. That is a huge situation. 100K to somebody's business is not light. It's not light. Okay. They're going to just show it again. Now, and look, they even got me. They even got me. You feel me? So, here's the thing. Let me show you who they were against, though. Can we keep it a buck? Because I thought no one could beat this. Let me see if I can find it. Where is my guy? Here we go. So check this out.
How long did that take? I'll ask you a question while they taking it in.
So this took 9 months.
So my man, Mr. Officials LLC, right, did a wax figure. Does wax figures, by the way. Does wax figures. But did a wax figure of Nip. I thought that was like the cheat code. I ain't gonna hold you. That thing looks amazing. Okay? That thing looks amazing. I really need to know the pitch that these ladies gave to beat this, because I thought that was a super cheat code, because my man is nasty with it, right? But I think it's the passion. And if you understand, if you really know Nip's story and the brand, like, they're big on health, right? They're super big on health. Nip was following Dr. Sebi and everything like that. So the fact that a juice company won makes sense. Now, let's help, as a collective, let's help them take advantage of the 100K. Audrey, I would love to know your input on this too. Because, hold on, let me pull them up again. Because here's the thing. They're going to get this 100K. They're going to get a lot of eyes now, right? I thought I followed. I really swore I followed. Am I in the wrong profile? What's happening? All right, anyways. We're gonna follow. I thought I followed. All right. They're going to get a lot of eyes right? But how can we turn content? How can we help their marketing? What should they do now that they won, right? And the crazy thing is, their bottles are simple. It says exactly what it is, carrot and lime, has their logo on it. Simple, right? Simple. So I'm going to give you my opinion of what they should do. And then I would love to know from you, what would make you want to buy and try one of their juices? Because I do believe that they ship. I do believe they ship. I don't know where they're based out of. Let me see where they're based out of. What's the link? What's the link in them? Demure smoothies. Don't you start. What is this? Patient advocate. Wait. What is this? Oh, we already in the wrong. We already in the wrong. That was the link in their bio? Hold on. Hold on. That was the link in their bio? All right. Somebody get them on. First thing I would do is clean up the page. Yeah, we got... Hold on. I'm a drop their Instagram. Oh, they're out of Georgia. Okay. Thank you for saying that. Let's help the person who made $100K on at Investfest. Let's talk about this, okay? So for one, once they get the footage, they should show part of the pitch and then them winning it, right? Which they have the cool recap, right? But I think showing what they said, then them winning is a good start, right? Is that the business page? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm assuming it is, because they went live on this page. So I'm assuming this is. So first and foremost, if we go, and this is for anybody, if you have a personal brand, that's cool. But if this is your company page, if this is the juice page, we should have the juice logo. We should have the juice name, the company name, and we should have a statement, a mission statement that is right here. Okay? We can't combine the, especially now that the eyes are on it, we can't combine the personal and the business on this one. Can't. Like, it should have just been Coach Monique. You feel me? So that's one. Two, we need how each juice is made. Just kind of like how Tasty does their stuff, right? They need to do videos like that. So if we look at Tasty, right, and not clearly this whole like highly produced kind of situation, but check out Tasty. They ain't even do it. Hold on. Okay, well that was pretty cool because it showed what it is and the reaction of a person, right? But I want to see.
I'm going to show you how to make the 6 ingredients super easy
pumpkin spice creme brulee.
I'm going to show you guys how to do this without a kitchen torch because you guys know I'm that girl. Mama's going to give you everything you need, don't worry. 6 ingredients, all you need is a stove and an oven. And you're basically just adding hot spiced cream to temper some sugary egg yolks, and then we're baking in a little hot tub for about 30 minutes. And yeah, she's that easy.
So first off, do you see how it keeps switching? Right? Now, of course, with certain parts, I don't like, you could say there's a secret ingredient for anybody who has a product and you're showing the process of it. So you can leave some type of curiosity that like, oh, okay, go away. Like, I'm not going to tell you that part, but they should do how they make the juices, how they put it in the bottle, how they ship it. Now, of course, they also should do, y'all remember the marshmallow joint? Hold on. Here we go. Y'all remember the marshmallow joint where they pick, let me find the ones that's like the order. Where's the order one? Is this it? Yep, this one. So they should do something like this. When an order comes in, they should do this.
My marshmallow order for me? Of course I can. Let's make and pack this giant marshmallow order for Jack from Australia. First up is a flavor you guys requested so much, so we gave our Choc Mint a glow up, and now it's Mint Oreo. It's mint and chocolate flavored marshmallow filled with Oreo pieces in the middle, and it's loaded up with even more Oreos on top too. All the feedback we've got so far for this flavor has been amazing. Our team really nailed it. Jack placed this order for his nephews Maverick and Deckard, who watch all of our videos, which is so amazing. Thank you so much. Let's get the order packed for them. First up is raspberry lemonade. Then we've got cookies and cream, the mint Oreo we just made, another flavor we've improved recently, s'mores, our bestseller, fairy bread, caramel dulce de leche, 3 of our Nutella-filled Rocher domes, and 3 extendable marshmallow toasting sticks. Thank you so much, Jack. We hope you guys love the marshmallows. Can you please?
That would be fire. And for anybody who has a product, right? That needs to be, you show the order number, you explain, and I like what Audrey said, and tell me if this is over the top. But as they were explaining this part of like how they make it, you should also say the benefits of taking the juice, right? If you say, okay, here we got order 42. Cool. Let's start making that. They make it. They explain what they're putting in it. What's the benefits of it? They show that it's being packed up and they're giving actually something free in there, whether it's a sticker or whatever, right? And then they ship it out. They say thank you. That's another thing. You feel me? So that's something that they could do as well. But the quickest thing is make this really look like a business page, change that link in bio ASAP, and then show the process. It sounds like they should hire you to do a consult. I was on there live and I gave some really dope ideas. But yeah, I think that would be dope. Shout out to Joseph with the super chat. Come on. Appreciate you. But that was really dope with Investfest. Okay, that was really dope that they gave $100K to that. I will say that. I think that something that doesn't get talked about. I know they also gave like a $25K one to I think a health and wellness situation too, to like a female one. So that was really dope. Hold on. I also love the story behind the juice concept, juicing for her husband health wise. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, here's my pet peeve. Let me tell you one of my pet peeves. Let me show you something that I posted. So I said, it's sad to see all the negative posts about Investfest. So I'm not going to go too into finding all the negative ones. You could do your own research because I want to show some of the good and some of the bad. So I showed you some of the bad, but I want to highlight how dope this was as well, and then really give my perspective. But what's weird is most of the people that's commenting on those posts are people who've never been to one. Make that make sense? If you were there, I get it, right? And so there's a lot of people. Now here's somebody who answered it. It's like, I definitely shared a perspective from someone who has never gone, and I love the knowledge and perspective that was shared back to me from an experienced conference goer. Sometimes perceptions, assumptions, and expectations, whether positive or negative, brings forth healthy conversations which can change a person's mind and value. Which, valid. I liked her situation, right? However, this is what I said. I appreciate you responding. I don't know the comment that you put, so I won't speak on yours. However, I believe you've seen some of those super negative ones, which, here's my thing. If you built a brand and you're putting your time and money into it, having negative comments from someone who hasn't experienced hurts the brand. It doesn't help the brand because people don't fact check. They just see the comments and run with it. Events like that are not an easy task. And she had a really good response to it too, right? She said she wasn't overly negative with her comment. And so it's really dope to have that healthy conversation. But there are some people, let me see if I could find one. Just Investfest. Let's find, and this is on Threads. I'm not even going on Twitter. Let's see. Ooh, here says my opinion. There you go.
Guys, so just a quick, or I'm going to try to make it quick little update on my my time at Investfest. I think it was great. So if you don't know about Investfest or Earn Your Leisure, they are it's basically financial education. It's a podcast. They talk about business, financial literacy, market updates, stocks, investing, just everything in that realm. And this Investfest happens annually. And I think for the people who are saying, you know, that they didn't learn anything or get anything out of it, I really think it's about the mindset and what you came, like, what were your intentions? What were you intending to get out of the event? Because I think it was a great, if not anything, a great networking event. You could meet a lot of people that's either already doing what you're trying to do or that's also working towards your same goals or things.
I like her perspective on it. And it's true, right? Most of the people who will say they didn't like it, they were expecting like all these top name people to say something bad. I'm like to say something like step by step and blueprint. My thing is this. The people who is the talent don't know what they did. It is the team that they had around them that know what they did. There needs to be a conference of people who run the teams of talents and celebrities for us to really get the thing. But the problem with that is that people who don't know the team, the names of those, are not going, it's not going to be as big numbers as if they said they had a Steve Harvey, if they had a 50 Cent and all this stuff, because those, the names of the number 2 or the number 3 or the number 4 or even the number 15 on the team, people don't really know. So it's always, it's a perspective thing. Like, I would go because I know some of the names because of the research that I do. But to reach the masses, you're going to have to get those celebrities in order to bring butts and seats. I get it. I understand it. You feel me? So let's see. Why do blacks sell knowledge to each other while white people will share it to each other for free? That's a lie. Why is Tony Robbins freaking doing the prices that he does? Why do some of these other entrepreneurs do the prices that they do? What are you talking about? They don't even sound right. They don't even sound right. Let's see the comments. Because we're raised on love and not survival, maybe. Don't be ignorant in your exposure to the world. I see a lot of white people selling it too. I think white people don't. You think white people don't have paid conferences? Right, look, Tony Robbins, Dave Ramsey, Alex Hormozy. Alex Hormozy does like a 10,000 mastermind. John Maxwell, charge for information. What? And tell me if I'm wrong, and especially for those people who have given free stuff away, not just even information, but products and services. Tell me, even though this is live, okay, and this is free, tell me if I'm lying that when you give away something for free, if you give something away for free, it's not as appreciated, right? It's not as appreciated. Except for a few 1%. Don't go in my comments. I appreciate free live stuff. Like I get it. Okay, you're the exception, but I'm talking about the masses. If you've given somebody free game, free products, free services, it's not as appreciated as like those people who've actually paid. Let's keep it a buck. Now, free stuff is great for brand awareness. Free stuff is great for impact. Free stuff is good for those things. But that's where it's at. That's where, like, organic content, organic stuff, free stuff is good to get your name out there. So shout out to Jerry. He said, if people pay, they pay attention. These are facts. It's not. People that pay accept more from even themselves. People generally don't respect free. But when they pay attention. Right? It's like these are all facts. Everybody's journey to get to the top is different. Pathways are different and structures same, and time is built. That's a fact. Let's see what else. And this is on Threads. I'm not even, you know what? Let's go to Twitter. Let's see. Let me go, and let's go to the latest. Let's do. Also, what the F is up with people being pissed about Investfest? That's a fact. Investfest was amazing. I want to see a success story out of it, like Shark Tank style. Who went to Investfest 2 to 3 years ago and made it big? Why? Just to prove that it works? Hold on. We're going to find. Was 19 Keys at Investfest? He was. He definitely was. I told y'all the only way you would have saw me at Investfest was if my ticket was free. Oh, chill out. Hold on. It's wild that some people in Investfest didn't think that I'm black. What? This is why I don't go on Twitter. This is why I don't go on Twitter. Like, some of these stuff don't even make sense. Some of these, they're on TL shaming Investfest now. I gotta find. So this is all the latest stuff. I would be doing myself a tremendous disservice if I didn't attend Investfest at least once in the next few years. Okay. All right, let's go Threads, because that was better. Here are my thoughts on Investfest and large business conferences that led with well-known speakers. 9 out of 10 times, the info is going to be more motivational and geared towards being entrepreneurs. So if you don't need that, then the primary reason is to go networking purposes. Being in a space where you can connect with a range of entrepreneurs is important. That's a fact. If you feel like something should be better, then why not do it better yourself? Okay, let's just stop there. Let's just let's just stop there. Can we have that conversation? Do people even know the magnitude of what it takes to produce an event like that? Like, my one-day event costs $80K. I can't imagine what that cost. That's a fact. That's a fact. Can you describe what it was like to witness the drone situation? Oh, the drone situation was fire, but it just depends on the angle that you saw it. What they did wrong is where it was being shown, they showed a sideways version where if you were actually outside of the event, you saw the full-blown joint. It was really crazy, right? When I offered free consultations, folks tended to be less committed to my offer. I gave the perception that I didn't value my time. So why would they? That's a good situation. Was there too many sellers and not enough buyers? Now, there were a lot of buyers. It was just, yeah, that's all I will say. Just rewind to what I said. You know what I mean? Rewind to what I said. Feeling like Investfest is literally just like anything else in my life. You get what you put into it. That's good. Okay, here. Thoughts on Investfest. 1, hope and motivation is always been easy to sell. 2, if you're going there thinking you're going to be placed in front of investors, you are mistaken. Who would think that? Vendors and attendees' monies go to the celebrities for speeches and venue. Okay. Aside from seeing motivation in person, you can get 99.9% of the information for free from the same people. Okay. Vendors, after people spend $800 plus on the ticket, most people are not interested in patronizing outside of the major / groupie brands. Okay. That's a thought. That's a thought. I'm not mad at that. See, Investfest was everything. So I don't know what Investfest is, but the conversations on Threads about it is just making me want to continue to prioritize intentionally actions and strategy and leveling program from my own conference. I'm not mad at that. Let me see if I can find something with a lot of comments. Because a lot of things like mid. Let's see. Woo. Okay, here we go. Here's this. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is the one I saw. All right. Can y'all be honest? What's the ROI of attending events like Investfest? Other than saying you saw because social media influencer. It feels like a modern day woman's empowerment brunch. Okay. So, one said, I went last year. I flew from New York to Atlanta. Didn't feel moved to go again this year. It's more motivational than it is an event and acquired knowledge, especially if you're already a seasoned entrepreneur. If you're a new entrepreneur, it may be more beneficial for you because a lot of stuff they talk about is very surface level / storytelling. I guess if you want to rub shoulders, you can go, but you'll have to pay extra for VIP. I don't need a single nother. Yes, I said another empowerment event. After I'm all motivated out. What my business needs is money, period, point blank. After decades as an entrepreneur and dealing with the aftermath of COVID, I don't need another speech or for egos being stroked. I agree with other posters that mention giving us a chance to get checks written and real connections. So you think you can go to an event and get money? Networking, connecting, doing business. That's the one I saw. Ugh. You know what I mean? A man was in an Uber from an airport coming from Uganda. He said, Troy, to stream it on his phone as he did not have a ticket. I think Troy gifted him the ticket. That's dope. That's super dope. So entered the pitch competition then. You feel me? When you go to events like Investfest, you got to have a plan, either for connections or resources. Mindset is everything. I mean, checks was given. That's what I'm saying. And I bet you the person didn't go to invest. So let's you know what? New tab. Nothing on Investfest. Okay. Let's go. Because this is what I'm saying. It's like people who didn't go to Investfest is making comments. Nothing on the stories. So if you went to Investfest, it would have been 24 hours. Nothing in the stories. So probably nothing. And there's no shade to the person. There's no shade to the person. But like, what we talking about? They gave away a 10K grant. I say it's impactful. I'm leaving today with ways to scale my current business. You feel me? Have you went to an Investfest event? I would never. I'm an OG Bay Area tech, early 2000s. I got that all out of my system. What? Okay, here we go. I'd like to introduce to an elephant in the room. There's a huge market in this space targeting devout professional event consumers. These consumers make all the professional conferences rounds aimlessly, it seems. Respectfully, I can't unfairly say that all the attendees go to these experiences superficially. But surely these events are retail centered as opposed to industry shaping and entrepreneurially inspiring. Hence why they appear celeb heavy and social media glazed. Okay. That's interesting. Honestly, I benefited. I'm trying to find something crazy. Let's see if we can find something crazy. What is this? More than anything, with a POVs and lack of experience they host on the show, why would anyone worth their salt want to spend that much money to get what they can get on their IG feed? Also, it's the same recycled silo of people giving features and pats on the back, awards given to cronies who turn around and create new awards and events to give awards back to the same folks. What? Not saying there are even bright spots or folks who can't benefit, but like, okay, the awards part is hilarious. Okay? The awards part is hilarious. I'm just saying. American Sesh I like the American Sesh part. Right? You have to have your links ready. Jesus. That would rather go to a concert than go to this knowledge. Knowledge makes us unfit to be a slave. Clearly, he hasn't zeroed in on his mistakes since COVID. I mean, did anyone hear what EYL said it's modeled after? Like a music festival. At those, there's giveaways, live podcast episodes, and good vibes and inspirations. It's like outside of the pitch competition, I know at least $50K worth of cash services and resources were given. You know what I mean? Armando, what up? He said, who came to my talk? Shout out to Armando. I think that's the big tycoon guy, right? His booth was fire. Let's not play. You feel me? His booth was fire. The Ward comments was on spot though. You feel me? The Ward spot was on point. Here we go. I would love us to create these events and stick to its true purpose, or at least name them accordingly. Investfest for me sounds like an event I attend to learn more about investing, networking with other investors, walk away with action items, and few more ideas on how and where to invest. Not what you described. Afrotech last year was a huge disappointment. It didn't help that someone tried to fight me for a seat to see Issa Rae. Okay, that sounds more personal. That sounds a little bit more personal. Someone said Scam Fest. When it comes to conferences and events like this, it's what you make it. Most of the headliners ain't making no real money. It's clear okay, all right. What are they doing? What are they doing? Love what you do. Likewise. Plus you're Puerto Rican. You feel me? You feel me? That cameraman on the live camera was disturbing. Which one? What you mean? Feels like it's for people in the stage of life business where you're seeking inspiration and motivation. So, okay, let's just have, we've seen this. We've seen this. Now let's have this conversation. So what's the gap? So instead of reading all the negative stuff, we understand there's a gap. There's a gap of where people want real information, not just the storytelling. There has to be an event of some sort that still has some type of big names, but it's more target audience is going to be seasoned entrepreneurs. Because I do believe those people who are complaining and giving negative reactions are those who aren't in the beginning thing. Like, and this is in anything. Y'all know I talk about content. I talk about branding and everything like that. In the beginning of creating a brand, you're going to need motivation to believe that you can even do it. There has to be some type of mindset shift, right? And some type of belief that's saying, yo, I can make this first post. I can create this website. I could create this logo. I could put out my product. There has to be that type of things. And so events like this is going to say, yo, you can do this. And let me bring in the people that you look up to show you that you could do this, because they're going to talk about their humble beginnings. I'm with that, right? So we can't sit here and say that those types of events, those types of talks aren't appreciated, because one, we're going to need that in our beginning. And sometimes two, we're going to need that reminder even in the middle of our journey, because there's going to be a lot of lows when it comes to our business, our brand. Okay. So let's keep it a buck, right? Two, once we have the motivation, then yes, we're going to need the step-by-step. Now, is there let's say a conference that gives you that step-by-step? I think that goes more towards workshops and masterminds from particular creators, from particular entrepreneurs. And those prices are a little bit higher. Let's keep that a stack. So you're not going to get a step-by-step for 3 days for $300 and something. $250 for early bird. Come on. You feel me? That American Sesh situation that they had, let me see if I could find the because everybody is talking about it in the chat. I see y'all. Let's work, Nicky. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Maybe they need to do a mastermind event that is more intimate. That's exactly. Pinky is an ideation master. It's time for creators to level up. And she is. She is dope. Shout out to her and her husband. They're fire. Let me see if I could find the and this was the drone situation that Aaron was talking about. When I tell you what we saw on the side was I didn't even see Steve Harvey. I didn't even see Steve Harvey. That was wild. Do they have the American Sesh part? Let me go on actual EYL. Earn your, what time is it? I'm about to wrap up, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm about to wrap up. And then next week we're back to our regular schedule with AI talk, content talk. Well, we talked a little bit about content. Oh, they don't have the American session here? Let's see if she has it. Pinky. Come on, Pinky. No. What? What do we... Hold on. Let's go into stories. Okay. So they had, if y'all don't know what this is, they've kind of been on the low of what American Sesh has been. But it's really dope how they get entrepreneurs that you know and may not know on teams, and they're given a word and they have to come up with a business that was never created before. And then Derek and Pinky give their 2 cents on it. It was like a huge idea vibe. It was so dope. It was so dope. So here we go. Investfest is needed to bring in people at the awareness phase. You aren't going to go to a 20K person conference in any industry and get what you need without a specific plan going in. That's a fact. That is a fact. Going to do Investfest is what it is. You're saying you're investing in your business to gain more knowledge to grow your business. What are your thoughts for people who paid like 2K plus? So for those people who paid for VIP, you pay for convenience. You paid for extra day, a VIP day with performances from Monica and a conversation with T.I. and a conversation with Shannon Sharp. You get extra, So like, I do think that was a jump. I will say, to be completely honest, to go from 300 to like 2K or 5K, that was a big jump. But this is where it's like that economy, comfort plus and first class situation. You pay for the status, and that's how they're marketing it. You pay for the status. You pay for that VIP situation. It's usually low key. She doesn't pin them. Yeah. She didn't broadcast a Sesh. She kept the content private only for the people in the room. True. Plus, I believe she's having kind of like a network deal with the American Sesh. She doesn't want too much content out there for people to understand what's happening. So I love the movement. I love what she's doing with it. I think it's just one of those, like, you had to be there to truly understand it. But that goes back to, and I think I said this in Deeper Than the Brand, where ideas have still such power. Where a lot of people are like, ideas are nothing without execution. Well, you need an idea to execute on. What are you executing on if you don't have any idea? Like, Instagram started with an idea. What are you talking about? So I love what Pinky is doing and Derek is doing by putting power to ideas again. So I think that's really dope. It was definitely worth $250 for a person that needs reminders to the next step. But I live in Atlanta and could walk. But I live in Atlanta and could walk from my home. Fair. Ideas are money. That's a facto. That's a facto. My husband and I are going to go VIP, but we opt for the virtual. I personally need I personally never been in person. This is my first year attending, and I'm sure VIP doesn't give an in-person justice. It's a fact. I'm gonna give my take on that in a little bit. Nicky, I gathered that also network deal, you could tell based on the rollout. That's a fact. That's a fact. Virtual was 150, VIP 3 days. It was worth 150 daily. Yeah, so because with the virtual VIP, you get the replays and like some ebook and everything like that. So if you want to do virtual, this is what I always say. This is really good for anybody who's thinking about going to an event of any sort. Do the virtual first. Do the virtual first to feel the vibes, to see if you are missing anything from a either information standpoint or you need to be in the building. Now, if the person who's doing the event or the company that's doing the event does it right, they will put out all the content that shows the people's feeling and the vibes of it. You know who does this very well? And if you've been following me for a while, we talked about this on my podcast, where R&B only. R&B only would rarely show what is happening on stage and will show everything about the people. So you could possibly watch the virtual event if R&B only did virtual, right? You would hear what's happening, all that great stuff. But there is a feeling by being in person that's different. So I'll show you what I mean. And this is for anybody who does events or even just products and services. I'll break it down, right? Hold on. We got Hill Music Group said, we always want more for nothing from people who've sacrificed time and energy to get where they are professionally. Facts. Okay. We may go a little bit over time, people. Mom, if you have to go to sleep, I'm sorry. I'm really excited about this. Plus, we have 86 people. Shout out to the 86 people on the live. Come on. Shout out to y'all. All right. This is a great lesson. So, R&B Only actually did an event for Investfest. Shout out to Jabari. Love him to death. So, you're going to see the people in the background. You see what they're about. So let me break down what R&B Only is, because I don't know how many of y'all have been following me for a while. So R&B Only is literally that. It is like EDM, but plays R&B music only. Like the best R&B music. But you have a DJ and you have a host. That's it. And people are all vibing to R&B music. There's no special performances. There's nothing like that. It's crazy. Like I went there. They got me right with tickets and everything like that. And it was an amazing situation. But I want you to pay attention to their content, because you don't necessarily see them performing, you see the people. You see the reaction. You see how many people are there. You see them having fun. You see them having drinks. You see them with love. You see the you do see the DJ and the host, but that's not the focus. Because now, as you're watching this, you're like, yo, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this vibe. Right? And when I tell you, they mainly sell out just to play music. Look at this. I'm not going to play the song because I'll play it for a second. I don't want copyright issues. But you see the vibes. And so this is my only thing for Investfest. This is my only thing. You focus more on the people because you know the celebrities are going to bring in the money. But what was the reaction of the people? What were the people doing? How were the people reacting? You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, I think Izzy. Do ET get this type of negative feedback too? From my experience, no. And I'm not saying that from being biased. I literally see all the comments from E's side. I don't see anything negative when it comes to E's conference because you get what you paid for. AKA, you came for a motivational conference, you gonna get motivation from ET. There is not a lack of motivation when E is speaking. So you get exactly what you paid for. So I'll say that. They still have a text group. That's a fact. Hold on. It said, I'm the lady that Pinky gifted the largest and last business resource package to. I'm happy the video wasn't posted because she shared ideas with me and everyone could take it. That's good. Their visual content is the answer to who all there. That's a fact. That was missing from virtual. We never got the vibe of the audience. That's good. Do you think the hashtag is worth it? What do you mean the hashtag? I mean, it's a good place to look at what everybody else is talking about, but yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that's missing when it comes to the content of Investfest. And I don't know who we need to talk to about that. But yes, the people, the big names are important. But what do the people think? If the vendor place is such a big deal, can we get the feel and the vibe of the vendor place? If it was so jam-packed, can we see how locked in the people were? Can we see them take notes? Can we see them laughing, thinking, that whole nine? They show none of that. They show none of that. And I was there, and there were people who were actually locked in. You feel what I'm saying? So it's wild. Mindful banter. Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. And that's the thing. And anybody who has a product or a service, if you deal with customers in some way, shape, or form, how can you get the essence of what their experience is? It's not just for events. Like, what is the experience and how do you put that there, right? The virtual was lit with networking. However, missing was a drone of the audience reactions. Yes, it was dark, but snippets of the audience plus sound was not optimal due to feedback. That's good. Does Chris still run it? I have no clue. No clue. Facts. The content was only focused on the speakers and not the business. that needed to be exposed. Yep, that's a fact. I think you get that when they release the content on YouTube. We'll see. Well, okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's go on YouTube. Hold on, let me switch. Let me go on E's page because he has premium. I don't want no smoke with ads, okay? I don't want no smoke with ads. So, earn your leisure, Investfest. Okay. So here's the short film from a year ago. Okay. We're gonna play it and stop it because I don't want no copyright issues. And we're gonna see if it shows the audience. Okay? The audio was not good virtually, but overall it was cool. They showed Wyclef double dutching in the marketplace. That doesn't really give the vibes. But I get it. But that doesn't really give the vibes. No, like in the next few weeks, like they did your segment. I'm gonna see. This was last year's short film, so we're gonna watch it a little bit. I'm not gonna watch the 10, but we're gonna watch it a little bit. Boop. See what this do.
Financial Literacy and Business Festival, built around learning, but
All right, let's just skip. Here we go. Come on, E. Okay, we have a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
And this was 2 years ago, right? Because it said Investfest 2022. Because that was Trap.
Biggest. The biggest.
All right, the biggest.
This year you got 12,000.
Y'all give it up for them. Just
Okay, all right, we showing a little bit more.
let's give it up. This is really amazing to bring everybody here for financial literacy.
We came to earn our money.
All right, I'm gonna mute it a little bit because I don't want no copyright issues. We just gonna see. Okay, the vibes on this one is cool. Let's see what else. Shout out to E. Hold on, let's just highlight E. You know we gotta highlight E.
Y'all better not leave here just flexing. You better come here this weekend and get that information, that knowledge, and really get your money up. And don't just look like you got money, but you better leave here this weekend and actually go get that money.
All right, mute because that's music and I definitely don't want no copyright. Okay. All right, so let's see what they do. But I do. So if we're only going to wait for the recap, that's cool. But I'm going to wish that they showed that throughout. You feel what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see. Hold on. They need you on their payroll. Hey, listen. I'm here to give ideas. I ain't trying to be on nobody's payroll, but we can have a conversation. I mean, we can have a conversation. Reach out to them and get them on the paper. No. But with all the content they dropped during the Investfest, the audience could have been included within it. That makes sense. I think only attendees get the playback, not on YouTube. No, they do. They, like we just saw, they do a recap. Here we go. Bree said, just a few suggestions. One, audio-visual people need to work the kinks out as far as how they pan the camera and what to put on the screens, and the mics were a little loud. Okay. A lot of content I got from the virtual ended up on YouTube. He talking about last year. He said, there was actually a young lady going around doing reels for vendors to boost their exposure. What's her name? What's her name? I know exactly who you're talking about too. What's her name? Shoot. I know who you're talking about. Also, the marketplace could use a map. That's a fact. I honestly think that an expectation was set by some that the event wasn't designed to fulfill. Break that down a little bit. Not just a recap. We got to see quite a few of the interviews from last year. Oh, yeah. The sis from Hussle. Oh, yeah. That's her name? Hold on. Let me see. Is that her? Yeah. This one. She's so dope. I like her hustle. So what she did was go to different vendors and try to make content for them. Sell it. I think there was a package or whatever to help them have content to boost themselves on social media. But it wasn't necessary for Earn Your Leisure, but it was for the actual vendor. She's so dope. Her spirits are dope. She's just a really great individual. Shout out to Donnie too, but we're not talking about Donnie. We're talking about this one right here. She dope. Anyways, so chat. After this, or after your experience at Investfest, are you going to go to the next Investfest? Are you going to get the virtual? Or are you going to pass? So go, virtual, or pass. Let me know. For me, I'll say this, and then I'll end this, right? This is my full honest opinion about it. I think where I'm at in this season of my life, I realized that I was not the target audience. Now, mind you, I went because my fiance, she got a gig to do the makeup of all the speakers. So she killed it. Shout out to Chris. She's amazing. She did really great on the females. But I realized for me, I need to go more to events that are made for creators, right? That focuses on the entrepreneur side of things and the monetization side and the business side. But I realized that this attracts super extroverts, hustlers, like those types of entrepreneurs. And for me, I'm a content creator. I mean, like, I help other people create content. To hear all those things was cool. I'm a student of the game. But I should have taken my butt to Vid Summit. You feel me? This is why I enjoyed VCon a lot, because it brought a lot of creators. This one brought a lot of entrepreneurs. and even though creators are entrepreneurs, for me, I'm just saying for me, I wish there was more focus on the marketing and the exposure side of your business. They had a marketing panel, just one. It was like super early, and that was it. But it's called Investfest. So I do like what one person said, like, yo, it's called Investfest. I'm expecting to learn how to invest. I'm expecting financial freedom and wealth talk. And so I get it. Well, for me, I'm not like, y'all know I'm like, maybe I'm a little sheltered. I even though I'm a New Yorker, please don't give me that past the fire vibes. Like, don't do that, right? Does that mean I'm not going to go again? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, based off what they do next year, like I'm okay just because where I'm at in my life and the type of creator that I am and the type of entrepreneur that I am is more about being around other people like me. And it's one of those things that I'm like VidCon, a Vid Summit, social media marketing world, which I'm speaking at. You feel me? Slight plug, a social media marketing world. Those types of things are more my vibes, but I totally respect and I totally think it was a great event what Earn Your Leisure has done. Right? What Earn Your Leisure has done has created the amount of people that they brought in, the conversations that they've had. This is my 3rd year. I'm not disappointed. This was great. I'm just, and that died. It's time to close out. I just know that for me, I need to go to more content creation, marketing situations like that. That's me. But for those people who are on that entrepreneur path, aspiring entrepreneurs, trying to understand the business side, trying to go more into the investing side, that whole nine, for sure, do that. Hold on. Here we go. Audrey says she's undecided. She said, hate to say it, but pass. Hold on. That's dope. I went last year, did a recap on YouTube, and decided not to go this year. I might do virtual next year, but not traveling for it. He said pass. Bree said go. He said, yeah, for those reasons, I'm a pass. Pass. We need to go to the Adobe one. No, that's a fact. I would not travel to attend. Said go because I still need to network, but I feel the interviews and the panels are losing spark. Seems like a lot of friends being brought back every year. Only a few impactful panels. Last year was dope. That's a good point. You're going to see certain names come every single time. For a newbie, it's cool, and folks we're taking notes. That's a fact. Next year might be more media and marketing if they take it to Streetport as 50 wants. His focus is more on the creative mind and mixed with business. If they do, I'm down for it. If they do, if they focus more on that, I'm down for it. Oh, it's VidCon, not Vic. VidCon. You feel me? Now I feel like I shouldn't have an opinion since I've never attended. You can have an opinion. It's definitely worth the experience. Yeah, if you haven't experienced an Investfest, I'm going to say, do the Investfest, right? I'm going to say that. Going already in the calendar in person. Facts. Anyways, people, it's been an amazing next week we're back to our regular schedule as far as the content tips, the AI stuff, our AI music. I will be going live throughout the week, so turn your notifications on, especially for my YouTube thing. We are on the road to 10K. All right, we're on the road to 10K subscribers on YouTube. We're at 9,200 and something. Let me show you. Hold on. Boom. We're at 9,260K. Okay. So share the channel, share the live, all this stuff. You feel me? I do like your event recaps. Thank you. I be questioning. Listen, even myself, I be questioning what content to create and should I talk about this. You feel me? But I feel like I bring a unique perspective as far as like, okay, let's look at the content. Let's look at what people are saying about it. That whole nine, and this was my experience. Feel me? I actually figured out who you were at Investfest. My cousin and I were talking to the juice lady when you and your fiance walked up. Glad to make the connection. Thank you. Come on. I appreciate you. They discuss so many topics on their platform that maybe they should theme it every year. That's a good situation. Just subscribe. Come on. I appreciate you. I appreciate Remain Stainless Customs for the super chat. I see you. And just share it. Thank you. All right. I love you guys. I will see y'all next week. Isaiah, where have you been? There is going to be a video this week. It's going to be a little bit late. I ain't going to hold you. I'm just going to let you know that. Super sticker from Audria. We need the introvert perspective. Where my introverts at? If you're an introvert, say me. If you're an introvert, say me. All right? Because, yeah, it was a lot. This is not... Going to Investfest is not the safe place for introverts. I will say that, because there were people that were coming up to you like, yo, what do you do? What do you do? And before you come at me on some like, Nicky, they know you. No, a lot of people came up to me who did not know me, was like, yo, you should follow me. You should do this. You should do. Who are you? Who are you? Who? What? I do this. Like, what? Shout out to Audrey. I said, who's an introvert? She says, I'm a marketing and launch strategist. Okay, yeah, this is a fact. That's a fact, though. Okay. Anyways, I'm out. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. You already know what I'm going to say.